Hi, beautiful Capricorn. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Capricorn, I know it's been forever. If you're here for the first time, it's in the present moment, but it's been forever for you guys who've been following my channel for quite some time. And long story short, I've had a lot of technical issues. I've gotten a lot of help now lately to just get this up and running. And I wanted to start with you guys, like if you wonder why doesn't we start from the beginning? Because I stopped with Scorpio. And so I wanted to continue with Sagittarius and therefore now you guys to check in with you, what's going on for you for the month of October. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with an overall energy. That was fast. Potential for October, and think of it as 6 weeks into the future, give or take, like October, mid-November. Nope, this one. So potential, think big for your future. I just feel like there's a moment for you right now in your life where you can sort of restart everything. Like there's a new opportunity, new chance, new beginning for you where, like, don't sell yourself short, don't settle for less. I get like a lot of like, don't jump on board on something that just doesn't feel really good to you, or don't hang around people that you don't really want to hang around. Like, choose wisely what you're deciding to, like, not, I know this is going to sound maybe like out of an egotistical perspective, but that's not how it's coming across at all. It's just because you can allow every single person into your life doesn't mean that they deserve it. I know that sounds harsh, but it's like who you spend time with should really appreciate that time, or who you invite into your sphere shouldn't just be anyone just because they can't come around or because you can choose them to come around. It should be a choice from your, like, it's really important, I feel, for you to make a really honest choice for yourself and to then not sell yourself short. Like, potential, it's a huge potential here. Think big for your future. This is like, don't use small talk, or like, this is the time for you to really dream. If not now, then when? Like, life moves on, life goes on. And I don't mean that your like time is of scarcity, or I just feel like it's now is the time to do those things that you've been dreaming about doing. If you're starting something new, starting something, like rebooting something, relaunching something, to just not go small. Like, think as big as you can and let the universe surprise you. Because there's a lot, like, looking into this crystal ball, like what's up ahead, and it's like really glowing. It's really sparkly. It might be a little bit like what's the word? Like up in the air, like you don't really know what's waiting around the bend. You can first and foremost choose what's waiting around the bend. Like, what do you want to be around the corner? What do you want start to happen right now? But also to sort of leave it as a surprise for the universe, because the universe knows you by now. Like, there's no, like, you don't wake up and wonder who you are or wonder what your likes and dislikes are anymore. Like, we know that now. The universe knows it. So it's like, it's almost like a preparation. Just sort of prepare yourself so that you can bring in the good stuff. Okay? So, going deeper, let's see what's going on for you for the month of October of 2024. And this is like, we're in for a ride. There's a lot of changes right now, eclipses, moons, suns, changes, transformation, a lot of stuff happening. TikTok and Imagine. So we have 20 and 30. It's like the numbers are like the whole numbers, 20 and 30. I just feel like it's not wishy-washy. We don't have to think too much about this. Just like, it is what it is. Does that make sense? And I think that's what you are down with as well, Capricorn. Like, you don't want any wishy-washy things. Like, show me the whole full thing, or don't show me at all. Like, Is it a yes or is it a no? Like, I'm not interested in anything else. So we have like there's a very clear, distinct energy there. So we have basically what I just said. So we have TikTok and we have Imagine. Or Imagine. That's what they say in French. Yeah, it's basically it. It's basically what we just said. Imagine, like, think big. Okay. Almost like a little shush and read from the book. Okay then. 19. Imagine. Water. Card. Ooh, change colors by doing that. 20. So 20 is also your like upgraded version, your 2.0 version of yourself. So maybe you're doing maybe you're doing something that feels right to you right now. Like you're putting yourself first in a different way. You're putting yourself like you're seeing yourself in a different light. There's maybe you're just really investing in yourself, like taking a course you've been thinking about taking for some time, but like not really wanting to invest in it. But now, like, no, I'm gonna actually invest in that because I really want to do that thing, or really looking into your health or something around your body, physical health, mental health. Like it can be whatever that is like it feels like you're doing the upgrade, like a 2.0 version of yourself, and you're liking what you're seeing. It's like you're taking control over your situation, which can feel really good. So imagine. The essential meaning of this card is turning imagination into manifestation, creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity and illusions. So the oracle's message is, who do you want to be? This is so funny. Okay, who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life that you want? Don't sell yourself short. Go big. Don't settle for less. What do you need to believe in order to have the life that you want? You were gifted with the power of imagine. The power of imagine. The power to imagine. If you can, I can't read here. If you can dream it, you can create it. This is a time when your imagination is the key to manifestation. To manifesting the life that you desire. Spend time daydreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Like really sit with it and see what comes up. What do you really want, Capricorn, as you move forward? Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. This is actually really good. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see these things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. And then we have relationship message. I feel like I'm supposed to read all of them, so I will. In matters of the heart, it's easy to daydream about another as a means to connecting to that person. While that's romantic, if you want this relationship to be real, you need to go for it, not just dream about it. Now is a time to move beyond the daydream and into reality, beyond illusion and into fruition. Relationships are about relating, so step out. So step out onto the dance floor where imagination partners with manifestation. The message of this card is that a person with attributes you have imagined will enter your life. Attributes. Sorry. You'll be changed for the better. Imagine that. And then we have the prosperity message. This is a powerful time to get clear on how you create your prosperity, what it means to you to be prosperous, and what attributes you need to develop in order. Nope. making stuff up again. And what attributes you need to develop in yourself to make things happen? Who do you need to be to live out your dreams? Can you imagine the kind of life you desire? Really imagine it without holding back the sheer force of your powers of creativity. If you can envision it, you can have it. Get ready, for prosperity is waiting for you to claim it now. Act as if your dreams really will come true. So I just feel like with this card, it's so much about, like, we have the potential here and who you can be, and already whatever came through there with, like, don't settle for less, really think big, dream big, go for it. I just feel like this is what is going to stretch. It's going to be a stretch for you a little bit, because it feels like you have settled for less, or you have, I'm not saying you've had an easy life, and that's maybe why you haven't had such an easy life, because you have settled for things that actually is not up to par. It's not up to your standard, really, but because it's okay and you can choose that and it'll be fine, you know, it has become a little bit tough, because it's actually not, you're bigger than that. You're more than that. It doesn't mean that people are bad or situations are bad. It just means that it's almost like you go to, like, first and second and third grade in school, and although I don't want to compare it to school because I don't like it, but, like, for the sake of it, so you go 1, 2, 3, and then you're supposed to move on to higher classes, right? But then you, like, everyone else moves on to the 4th grade, and you're like, I think I'm gonna go back to the first one, and everyone else is like, what are you doing? Well, it's okay there. Like, you're not learning anything new. And those people are, like, so much younger than you now. They're not going to jive with you. Well, that's fine. And it's like you're just sort of putting yourself back into situations where there's no real challenge for you. Like, you just sort of stick around in this safe surrounding in that. Maybe you've been, like, the person that really, really supports other people to have them blossom and bloom and whatever. It doesn't mean that you don't bloom ever. It doesn't mean that you don't elevate or expand or do all those things yourself. I just feel like there's been a little bit of a disappointing feeling. And now's the time to really, like, okay, I can actually also move up to the 4th grade. I am actually now graduating and I should be long gone, like, I should be up there, you know, really go for it. Really don't settle. And TikTok, I just feel like this is what I got also, like, saying it's not a scarcity of time, but you also don't have all the time in the world. Like, this life will end at some point. And I just got the feeling from the beginning, like, when, if not now, then when? There's nothing, I just feel like there's nothing more to be had or experienced, or that you need to wait on to get a move on. Does that make sense? There's no more courses needed to be taken, or no more, like, you can, with the capacity, wisdom, tools, whatever you have accumulated over the years, you have enough, you are enough to move forward with whatever it is. Like, you don't have to wait for anything else now. Get a move on with whatever it is that you want to get a move on with. Okay? 2030, like, yeah. Okay. Going deeper still, what do we have for Capricorn for the month of October, please? Have me working here, Capricorn. Wow. Oh, 8 and 0. Wow. Okay. So I ended with saying get a move on. And this card is called moving on. So this is you moving on. This is you taking that next step and just really, trying something new, trying different waters, this can even be like literally moving somewhere with a beach where you get to put your feet on the ground. Maybe perhaps like that's been a dream of yours. I know for me, living here in Sweden, I've bunch of times been thinking about like moving to warmer climate, be closer to the water, I like to the beach, not just water but the beach, and so forth. And number 8 there, because we have 2 8s coming out, that's the infinity sign. That's like the never endedness of things. That's the infinity of things. That's like a really powerful number. It's strength and it's power, and it's like it's a bunch of opportunities that just is coming your way right now. So this, I just feel like there's a time to just get a move on and just really move with the tides, really move with the energy, and you sort of can't go wrong here. Control, that's your thing, Capricorn. This is your thing, that you want to control everything. I know I'm completely generalizing now, Capricorn, and this is, obviously all of us have that degree of control, that we want to have a say or have a hand in everything because we want to feel safe, we want to feel comfortable. The control is the only thing that stands in your way right now. If you try to control the outcome right now, if you try to, it's a different thing. Like, imagine something that you want to happen, but sort of stay in the feeling. I want to feel as happy as I can, or as satisfied, or as content, or as passionate or excited about my life as I can. If you start to like imagine those things, you can't really go wrong. But if you have a really like, I want to meet this person with that's supposed to look so and so, and they live in this country, and they have 3 children, and like you might end up being disappointed. I'm not saying you can't have those things, but the universe might even have a bigger surprise for you. And I obviously just took something that, you might be like, oh, I don't want any more children, I'm just sort of making a point that if you're really narrow-minded or detailed or try to control the outcome here, you're gonna end up where you want to end up anyway. It's just gonna go slower, and you might continue to feel a little bit disappointed because it's not showing up in the way or in the fashion that you thought it was gonna show up in. But if you can just imagine yourself if you want to move to greener pastures or like warmer climate, whatever, closer to the beach, different place. If this is like having a new job, if you just sort of focus on, you can do a vision board where you cut out things just because they so much inspire you. Just get going in your mind, just get really creative with it. But to then keep an open mind to like how that's going to show up for you. So as best as you can, it's just even silly to say drop the control, because you can't. No one can. But as much as you can speak with yourself, like say, I got this. Because look at this. This is about taking a leap of faith. It's about throwing yourself out there, even though you don't know exactly what's around the corner. So if you feel called somewhere, if you feel a little nudge to go do something different, that you're not used to, say yes to it as much as you possibly can, because this little control guy is going to be pushed outside of his comfort zone. That's the second number 8. So you might see a lot of number 8, right? Like 8 or 88 or 888. That's a sign. That's like you getting guided from your angels, from your guides. And trust. Coming full circle, we have a 0. This is the time. It's time to launch. Okay. We're going to do some fairy cards and then have a word from your angels. What do you have for Capricorn, please? Sweet Lord. So we have the 8 again. It's basically like you have 3 8s here. That's like, if you start to see 888, if that repetitive number sequence is showing up for you, that's the most powerful number sequence you can get. It doesn't get any stronger or more powerful than that. That's it. 888 is like, unless you get 8888888, we have the Lovers and the Strength card. So the strength card is number 8. It's 11 here, but it's like, it's a Leo, it's a lion, it's strength. 8 represents strength and power. So we have the strength card come out. It's basically 3 8s on the table. With the lovers, so the lovers can represent a new relationship for you. Again, I feel for some of you guys, like, don't settle for less. It feels like, okay, if I were to say, in your previous relationships, I'm not saying that you haven't liked the people or been like wanting to be with the people that you've been wanting to be with, but I get a feeling that some of you guys have okay, I got a couple of things here, so we need to narrow it down. So I can't do every single story that pops into my head, so I'll go with two things that comes through the most strongly, I feel. One is that it feels like the people that you've been with, the biggest relationships or the most significant relationships that you've been with, if you're single, if you're now like looking for new love, is that they've chosen you. Does that make sense? It's almost like you have just said sort of yes to their choice. It's not that it's been like a big choice of yours. It's like you've almost just been pulled into that relationship. They chose you. And now it's time for you to, it doesn't mean that you have to choose them and they're pulled into your energy. It should be an equal, like the feeling of like really choosing each other. It should be an even playing field here. No one's above the other, no one's below the other. It's you're on the same page. Whatever that means for you, you're on the same page. It's really important, and that you choose each other. What was the other thing? It was feeling like you're being chosen. It's not bad to feel like you're being chosen, but it's not like, yeah, you so wanted this relationship, like you really went after this relationship. It's almost like you just ended up there, or they really wanted you, so you just sort of got along with it. It's so nice to have that feeling like someone really wants you. That's really beautiful. But if it's not a choice, like it's a true choice coming from your soul, it's not going to be an even match anyway. And you probably have now, as I say this, that to some of you guys, it's not been a choice, then that's the reason why you're single now, and there might be new love on the table. What was the other thing? Can I please have the other thing back? It was being chosen, and it was, oh my goodness, I'm not being given it back, or am I blocking it? Okay, I'm just gonna move on and see if it comes back. So I want to say that if you're single and you're looking for love, it's really important that you choose your love, that is an equal match. Don't settle for less. Thank you. There it was. So the other thing is that it feels like I also brought it up before a little bit, that it has been more convenient. I think that's to protect your heart a little bit, Capricorn. It's like it's been more convenient with the relationship than it stretches your heart. It really opens your heart. It really like challenges you a little bit. I hope that makes sense. For some of you guys, that's gonna make sense. So that you don't sort of, it's convenient. I'm here because it's convenient. No, none of that anymore. For the rest of you guys, if you're already in a committed relationship, or if you are happily single and you actually don't want to meet someone, this can also be about choices. That right now, whatever you're doing, like whatever you're choosing for yourself in your life moving forward, this is a time where you actually just really make beautiful choices for yourself. Again, don't settle for less. True love that is long lasting. Choices made from the heart, a return to good health. So this is just making really good choices for yourself right now. Like, for instance, like I felt before, this is like a good health. Returning to good health can mean you're cutting out something in your diet that just doesn't work, or you're starting like a exercise regime or just really tending more to yourself. It doesn't have to be like all diet and food and all of that stuff, but it can also be that you're tending to your needs. What makes you feel healthy maybe is when you get to do that sport with other people that you really love, or when you garden. Like, what I'm trying to come up with stuff. Like, it doesn't have to be all about food and I said sport. It doesn't have to be about food and exercise. It can be about whatever makes you feel like feel really good about yourself. You're out and about. You do things that you really enjoy. That also helps you be more healthful. Healthful. That should be a word. Healthy. Yeah. Make good choices for yourself. Really put yourself in the driver's seat. Make yourself a priority. You're the most important person in your life. I don't care if you have 20 kids. You're still the most important person in your life, right? And strength. 11. 11 is the new beginning. It's stepping into the new. That's the visualization. That's right there, the imagery. To choose something new for yourself. That's the idea, the vision, the wants. It's to sit in those feelings of like, this is what I want, without anything coming in to say, you can't afford that, you're too old for that, you're too young for that, you don't have any education for that. How's that even going to work? I want to move to a different country, but I have 20 kids. Like, how is that even going to work? Like, to dream without immediate control or obstacle thinking, to just be free in your thought, is probably the most exhilarating, exciting thing that one can have. Usually why people don't want to dream is that they're disappointed the second the dream comes up in their mind. They're getting disappointed because they have shut it down with some sort of obstacle. So this is about choices and dreams and making, like, this is what I want for my future. It feels really like an open field here. And as Abraham would say, like, you can argue for your limitations all you want, and that'll come. It'll come true. If you argue for your limitation, if you put up limitations, those limitations will show their face. It will just make it harder for you to get where you want to be. I just feel like you're gonna end up there anyway. So why not make it smooth? Be happy along the way. Have fun. Get excited. What is it that you want? Okay. Final messages here. We have your angels. What do you want for Capricorn, please, for the month of October? I cannot believe that I'm getting these messages out. It's been such a long time coming. Okay, I want to mention that I've been working on a mentorship program. So look out for that. If you're a subscriber, you can actually read in the community section. You have access to the community section. That's all free. If you're a subscriber, that's free. And then you can read in the community section, because anything I put in the community section, if you're not a subscriber, you don't see that. Also, I post most of these things on my donation site that's called Buy Me a Coffee, that you can read about in the description. And I'm working on a mentorship program right now. So it has served me in a way that the technical stuff just hasn't worked for me, because it has allowed me to do other things. Okay, final messages here for Capricorn, please. Wow. I usually don't care at all. That's some, because you can read, there's one way to read tarot, that we take the cards upright, and if they're turned upside down, that means a different thing. And I usually don't care about, because I read intuitively mostly. I don't care about that at all. Today I'm supposed to. So first we have don't stop. Do not stop. Whatever you're, So if you get any type of momentum going, if you're starting to go for things start to show up for you in your life, and you get a move on that we want. You're starting to move on, and then the control comes in to say, "Hey, what are you up to? I don't like this. This is outside my comfort zone." Like, to just have a little chat with that control and just say, like, this is where we're going now. We're going to choose something new for ourselves. Like, do not stop. That momentum will then carry you eventually. You don't have to push so hard for it, because the momentum will pick up speed by itself. And then I have forgiveness. And I never know how to pronounce her face. It's actually not. It's just it's like a goddess sitting on her throne with quite a funny chair or throne. But I'm seeing her as the, the eight-armed, not legged, eight-armed lady. Vasanasa, Gasha Gishi. Gasha Gesha? I don't know her face. There's something about that lady that comes through. Also, I got it this way. So forgiveness, and usually I wouldn't care about that, but because it's forgiveness upside down, I feel that there's something that you're holding yourself responsible for that is not yours. Does that make any sense? It's almost like you feel bad or feel guilty for maybe have acted a certain way towards someone, or didn't show up in a certain way for someone, and actually that was so perfect the way that you did that, but then maybe someone else is sort of holding something over your head, or someone else is making you feel like that was a bad choice, or that you shouldn't behave that way, and then you're starting to buy into that, and that's just not yours to carry. It's just not yours. Whether that's a family member, extended family, loved one, ex, children, coworker, whoever that is, like, don't make them like hooks you into their game or to their playing field, because it's all mumbo jumbo, literally. Like, it's not for you to forgive or ask for forgiveness about at all. So that's what I want to say around that. That is what I have for you, beautiful Capricorn. I hope that's helpful for the month of October. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I truly, truly appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps me a lot. Take care, guys.